getting into the next series. I'm really excited for this one. It's going to be SpeCial versus Denver. And we have SpeCial. Of course, I love SpeCial. We got to watch them. First series of the day. And now we're coming back to see him one more time. But then, of course, we have this guy in the lower right-hand corner. For Infinity Gaming, it's Denver. And we've been following him. He beat Showtime and he beat Neeb. And I gotta say, he put on a hell of a performance. He's looking really, really solid. And I've been really impressed by the way he's playing. But is he gonna be able to take on Chivo's SpeCial in the upper left-hand corner? That's a real question. That's a real question. SpeCial's been playing really well today. Also, taking out Clem in that first series we watched. To check how he did, it looks like he took out Hero Marine 2-0. And then in a tight series against Elazer, he got knocked out 3-2. So Elazer is able to take him out. So maybe Zerg's his weakness. And maybe Denver can use that to his advantage. Denver starting things out nice and standard here. A hatch, a gas, a pool. SpeCial also going for a Reaper expand, it looks like. Interested in what SpeCial, how he's feeling about the matchup right now, if he's favoring mech or if he's turning back into bio. I know there have been some Terran players that have started favoring bio play once again for the kind of mobility and the coverage you can have with bio. It's a little bit harder to have with mech. The versatility. I think the versatility is the word I'm looking for there. Oh, we got Link Speed on the way for Denver. He's gonna go try to take this third base. Reaper staying at home for the time being. I don't think an SCV went across the map. Did it? No, 0 scouting here from SpeCial so far. And as such, no blocking of the third hatchery. Just letting Denver get it up when he wants to. SpeCial getting up a starboard now. Excuse me, I'm a little distracted at the moment. Trying to follow the game as best I can. I'll be back in just a minute. I mean, I'm still here. I just won't be distracted in another minute. That Reaper goes down, though. Oh, Hellions moving across the map. The Lings caught the Hellions, or did the Hellions catch the Lings? More queens on the way. Pneumatized Carapace coming up so that Denver can get that nice scout in. I also feel like a big part of Denver getting this early Pneumatized Carapace is just to frustrate SpeCial. SpeCial's been pretty vocal about his dislike for Pneumatized Carapace and being able to scout everything. So that might be a little bit of a just trying to poke at him. And he didn't actually scout the armory that was coming up. SpeCial canceled it just in time and is rebuilding the armory. So there's going to be a nice big Hellbat Marauder attack. Now, will Denver be ready for this? Hellbats will be able to kill the Lings very quickly. Marauders can take out Queens and Spines. It looks like, I think Denver's ready. I think he knows what's coming. We've got a Bane Nest just about to finish up. We're gonna have a few Banelings morphed at home. Ooh, and a Ling run by. Gonna be able to kill some of these workers down here. Meanwhile, Hellbats, Marauders, and a landed Viking. We're gonna need to see some splits from Special. Banelings come in. They get some decent connections here, and a lot of those Hellbats have died. And once the Hellbats are gone, Special's just gonna tap out, losing some workers back at home. The attack failing. And Denver able to take game number 1 just purely by reading that scout very well and defending the attack coming his way. And, you know, I really feel like the speed overlord may have been part of the... I hesitate to use the word trigger, but I think it gets my point across as well as anything else. And it was a really nice scout and a really nice interpretation of what he saw. I think he did see a Marauder, and so he had an inkling of an idea of what was coming. We're gonna be hopping into game number 2. Hopefully Special has a little bit something more planned for us. I think he can do better in a later game scenario. We're heading into Eternal Empire for game number 2. Just waiting for the countdown, waiting for the loading screen. I'm itching to get into the game, you know? I'm not trying to make us wait here. I want to get into it. I want to get going. I know you guys too. You guys do too. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. We're going to get right in to Eternal Empire, where we have in the upper right hand corner our blue Zerg player for Infinity Gaming. It is Denver. And his opponent in the lower left hand corner, our red Terran player playing for Chivo. It is SpeCial. Hoping we get to see a bit longer of a game. I think it's very likely. But if Denver has kind of a cheesy, aggressive ZVT build, we may see it in this game. This would be the game to do it. So I would love to see something like that from Denver. If he had one, maybe he feels confident in his macro play. Clearly his defense in that last game was very solid. And even had a few links to spare for a counterattack. And I know SpeCial has been pretty vocal about his feelings of Terran in the past. Not feeling like they are at their strongest at the moment. So I hope he's not too affected by that and is able to get us into a nice solid game here. I think absolutely these guys are very close in skill, and we should be able to get a nice close long series here. So we have the Reaper coming out, Factory going down, CC coming up. Again, no SCV scout, so SpeCial not feeling like the SCV scout is worth it. Maybe just assuming Denver isn't going to do some early cheese. And I wonder if we do go into a longer game if SpeCial is going to favor mech or bio. Could be map dependent as well. Reaper again, not going to be coming over right away. Looks like it will now, but definitely a bit delayed, so no block on this hatchery. It's something we often see Terran players really like to do, is delay that hatchery as much as possible. Just be annoying with the Reaper. Reaper will come up, fight a queen for a second, then go down. Double Hellions once again coming out of SpeCial. Gonna be sending those across the map. Reaper, ooh, very low, but isn't gonna die this time. We'll be able to meet up with the Hellions, hopefully. It's going to be a medevac coming out of the starport first. Interesting choice here out of special. Looks like he's going to go for a double mine drop. While the Hellions and the Reaper distract at the front. I'm not sure what this SCV is doing. He's waiting. I'm just gonna... Ooh, medevac boosts over here, but Denver does not see what it picks up. Does not see the 2 Widow Mines that get picked up. Ooh, and won't see the swap either. Raven is an interesting choice here. I feel like I say interesting a lot, but special, he's an interesting player. You know what I mean? All right, mine drop coming through. First mine gets cleaned up without going off. Second mine will fire, kills a couple of Lings. In the meantime, a few drones going down to these Hellions. Hellions need to group back up, get to a nice safe place. To at least trade nicely with the Lings here. They will do that, but the Queen's locking them in. All of these will go down for just 4 drones and a pack of Lings. Perhaps not the trade special was looking for. Raven comes out now and might just team up with some Hellions to try to kill some creep. There's going to be a lot of creep to clear up, and 2 Hellions do not kill creep very quickly at all. So we may even go in for some auto turret harass. Yeah, it looks like that is the plan. Third CC is coming up for special though, as well as double engineering bay, so he's going to be going into bio. Stim on the way, more barracks. There's the auto turret. Grabs a couple of drone kills. Oh, grabs a third one. Nice target fire there from special. Work account still pretty close for the matchup. And with the third CC, special's going to have a nice economy. Oh, we got a drop in the back. I didn't even see that. Medevac drops a couple of Hellions. Gonna get 9 workers up here. 10. Ooh, doesn't quite get 11. If he had target fired, he could have gotten the 11th. But instead dropping the auto turret, forcing more drones off the line and getting a few more kills. Denver, though, he's been pumping out workers. He's still at 64 after all of that. But the third base is going to get taken. Does he have a lair? He does have a lair. He's going to start dropping creep. Denver. Cheeky bugger. Marines will stim forward to take care of that overlord, but it did delay and is continuing to delay the command center. Finally, I think that creep is finally clear. But he's got to land it. Go, 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 land the command center. There we go. All right. Couple medevacs coming out. Barracks coming up. Lots of barracks coming up. We also have our 1-1 upgrades on the way for special. Meanwhile, Denver's going for roaches. So he's got +1 missile attacks just about to finish up. Glial reconstitution finishing up. And he's making a bunch of roaches. That's his way to defend here. Special cleaning up a bunch of creep tumors. It's a nice pickoff. Should be able to boost, pick up, and get on out of here. This medevac could use a little bit of a repair. Speedy Overseer, juking and jiving around Special's main base, seeing what he can see, seeing a ton of barracks coming up. Ooh, and it's going to be all Marines. Marine King, eat your heart out. Do have a few tanks mixed in. Those are going to be really helpful against the roaches. But in the meantime, Denver getting his 2-2 up. Both players, actually. As Special starts his as well. Infestation pit coming up. Going to be able to get those infestors out, since he knows it's going to be very bio-heavy. Very marine-heavy, even. Infestor's going to be really helpful here. Oh, actually going for swarm hosts. That's not something we see every day. Ooh, I don't know if that's enough roaches, and Denver seems to agree, at least for the time being. Swarm hosts are on the way out, but they are not here yet. Anti-armor missile going off on the roaches. Tanks sieging up. Oh, and a few of the swarm hosts are actually right here. One of them gets caught immediately. Locust gets shot out. Don't really do all that much. Raven getting targeted by those vials. This is why you don't often go swarm hosts against bio. The Marines clean it up so quickly, but as the tanks unsiege, a ton of roaches are going to come on in. I think this is a little too much for Special with his tanks unsieged. Special's going to pick up and get on out of there. Nothing that shoots up here. And he did take out that base. Ooh, Marines reinforcing though. Special just continuing to push on this side of the map. But Locusts are going to go hit the third base. It is an orbital, so it can just lift and the SCVs can run away before too much damage happens. That's pretty much exactly what's going to happen here. Doesn't even necessarily need to lift it. Special still trying to push on the front. Marines again fighting the roaches. The roaches back away as the tanks siege up. Tanks are pretty key here. They do a lot of damage to these roaches. May need to see Special. Ooh, draws the roaches into a lot of tank fire. Swarm host again gonna come hit the third base. Special is pushing very hard at the front here. We do have a fungal available. Ooh, Raven goes down as well. That was a nice tool to have. Some vials kill a couple of those tanks. Fungal, unfortunately, not the biggest hit. Those Marines will get healed right on up. Tanks re-sieging. The roaches come in. There's a lot of attacking power here for Special. Special, though, is supply blocked as the Locusts are hitting his supply depots. And it looks like the roaches have lost that part of the battle. A lot of supply depots going down here. Special. Well, he's losing units, so he won't be supply blocked for long. But he's trading very, very nicely over here. Remember, a lot of this army supply for Denver are in these swarm hosts, which are doing damage, but not necessarily critical damage. Meanwhile, Denver's losing his third base. I think he absolutely will lose it, and he's going to go in with the Broodlings, hoping to draw some of that fire, but there's a deep tank line here and a lot of Stim Marines. Going to clean up all of those roaches. Locust again going into the third base of Special, but what is Denver going to do about this army? He's going to tap out, is what he's going to do. And Special takes game number 2, tying up the series 1-1. And bringing us to the ace match. The decider match. The final game of today for us. As the mainstream is covering everything else, and some other casters may try to stick around, but the lobbies are going to be too full for everybody. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to continue casting today. But we have in 12 hours, 12 and a half hours, we have the Korean bracket coming up. So we will have more casting to do then, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Whew, boy. We almost didn't get the player names set before they started the game. But we got it. We got it. All right, we're going into Zen for game number 3. Nice Zen time on a Zen map for all of us. let us hop, skip, and jump right into map number 3, where we have spawning in the upper left-hand corner our blue Zerg player hailing from France. For Infinity Gaming, it is Denver. And our red Terran player in the lower left-hand corner, hailing from Mexico, playing for Team Chivo, it is SpeCial. SpeCial taking that last game, looking really solid in it. Denver, though, I have to say his strategy, it looked like a versus mech strategy, but he knew it was bio. Roach Ravager with Swarm Host seems like something you'd want to go if SpeCial was going mech. Ooh, but SpeCial getting a little cheeky this game. The rush distance through the middle of the map is actually quite short, especially from here. And SpeCial going for a bit of a 2-racks. This is like a proxy 2-racks, but they're still in his base. SpeCial gonna put the pressure on. This Overlord scouting for a proxy, but would you scout your opponent's base for the proxy? I don't know. Is just a single gas, so it's just gonna be 2-racks Reaper here. Denver's pool is about to finish up. I don't think this is going to be game-ending damage, but perhaps SpeCial can get a few drones, force out a bunch of lings, maybe even a spine crawler. First Reaper coming across the map. Oh, I'm just going to drop the command center behind this, so this isn't all in, this isn't a cheese, anything like that. It's just an aggressive expand build. First Reaper, microing against the lings. Does grab a ling. That's going to really be a boon to SpeCial as he comes in with the second Reaper. Queen is here, though. And Queen's going to be a lot tougher for these Reapers to take care of. But as a third Reaper comes in, be able to do a lot more damage. Killing a lot of these lings. Gets that creep tumor. Ooh, but a Reaper goes down to that last little Queen shot. And we just have Marines coming out now, so it was just going to be those 3 Reapers to start off. Forces a bunch of lings, kills that first creep tumor. Some nice plays here from SpeCial. But yes, not quite game-ending damage. And as speed finishes, the Reapers are probably going to want to get on home. Gonna get a nice kill there on that Overlord. Oh no, Marines might get caught out. Oh, get the wall up. Oh, the wall doesn't get up. He gets the wall up, but loses all of the units that could defend behind it. Is this a full wall? I believe it is. All right, well, a single Reaper survives. And for now, that's gonna be enough. We might have to get some repair on these barracks here. A couple of Marines come out and will shoo away the lings. A bit unfortunate there for SpeCial, but a really nice catch for Denver. Gets that Marine count down a little bit. Behind this, we have double Hellion coming out of the factory. Got a medevac building out of the starport. It's potentially another one of those Hellion drops. Overlord spreading out to cover the backside of the main base is a very vulnerable area, especially against drops. Hellion's moving across the map with the Reaper. Medevac staying at home for now, maybe waiting for some more units, or we'll see. Oh, actually, it's going to be an armory coming up. SpeCial going for another Hellbat attack here, it seems. Hitting with some Marines this time. And Cloaked Banshees is the follow-up behind this. Oh, the wall isn't up. Oh, but the Hellions. Hellions were blocking the wall for a second there. Now the SCVs will have to fight in the meantime. Hellbats and Marines fighting against Roaches, which is the tech choice here for Denver. Medevac's going to make this a nicer fight here for Special. More Roaches coming out, though. More Lings coming out. And the Queens here as well. Ooh, Medevac going to get taken out by the Queens. Roach is hitting the other side of the map, though, but this Banshee here is going to be able to clean those up. Oh, unless Special's not paying attention. Oh, misses the Banshee, but hits 5 SCVs. And it's just Marines left over here now. The Roaches will clean that up. Or just let them shoot them. 6 SCVs have gone down, but Denver's only ahead by a few at the moment. He is droning up. We do have a third CC. Oh, it's on location. I feel crazy. All right, finally those Marines get cleaned up as 3 drones go down. And the barracks are going to go floating, which tells me, indeed, factories are building. This is going to be mech. Hyperflight rotors on the way for the Banshees. Looks like it's going to be some battle mech with hyperflight rotors. This actually is kind of similar to what we saw versus Clem at a special. But I imagine he'll play it a little bit differently since this is a Zerg and not a Terran he's playing against. Banshees come in, but there's an Overseer and some Queens there to shoo them away. Hellions now moving across the map. Oh, and we have a Spire on the way, as well as a couple of Evo Chambers. Hellions looking for some damage, but there's a lot of Roaches here. He's going to roast a bunch of drones, but is it going to be worth it? That's a lot of Hellions going down. Well, 11 drones is really nice. But that is largely going to be remade here in just one batch by Denver. However, Special is up in workers at the moment. Denver was able to see everything that was coming, including another upgrade after Cloak. So unless he's upgrading his Raven's starting energy, it's going to be Hyperfly rotors. Now this is a wall. This is a heck of a wall we got going on here. There's a lot of gaps in that wall. I'm sure that's intentional to bottleneck up Lings and Roaches and whatnot. But it's just very funny to see. And it is going to be battle mech, so no tanks coming out at the moment. We do have, it's actually going to be weapons being upgraded. A lot of times with battle mech, you see armor getting upgraded first. Special going for that weapon upgrade, got +2 on the way. Corruptors coming out though. Those are going to be very helpful against the Hyperfly Rotor Banshees. Gonna try to nab this 4th base. Ooh, there's no detection just yet though. So 4th gets canceled. Corruptors will scare away the Banshees. There's the Overseers. Yeah, Pneumatized Carapace is going to have to come out here. And it will. 1-1 on the way for Denver's Ruchi boys. And the Infestation Pit coming up. We'll see how Denver wants to handle this. A lot of times against this battle mech style, Zergs will like to make either Vipers to try to pull the Cyclones back, or Fungals to try to hold some of the units in place. This is something that Speed Banshees are fantastic at, is clearing creep, making it really hard to get that creep out there. And Corruptors are a bit slower than the Hyperfly Rotor Banshees. Just a little bit, but it makes it kind of tough to catch them as well. I really like this style from Special. So far he hasn't really put any pressure out on the map. except with some of these Banshees. Oh, one of the Banshees gets caught. Oh, Banshees gotta be careful. This sensor tower, not covering a ton of ground. Banshee's coming over, trying to be moderately annoying. Oh, Corruptors though, gonna grab 1, 2, and do some chip damage to that last one. Tanks have been coming out of Special Vow though. And he is going into that deeper mech game. We have, oh, look at that, that's cute, just on the tech labs. Let's take out those add-ons. We have a Nidus on the way. A bunch more roaches. Special about to get surrounded. Well, it looks like this bottom side gonna get cleaned up very quickly before the top side of roaches even engages in the battle. I don't know if this went exactly how Denver wanted it. Locusts are out, swarm hosts are here, but the locusts are not even gonna land. He did clear out a bunch of those tanks though. Special though, still gonna push. He has a lot of tanks behind this. Just a whole line of tanks. Oh man, and this Banshee is on 1 hit point. More locusts ready to come out now. There's a lot of tanks here. That's gonna be a lot of friendly fire. But at the same time, Blue Flame Hellion's gonna be able to take out those locusts very quickly. And it looks like Special's taking a really nice position here. Denver's gonna have to pull those drones out. That is a dead base. And this 1 hit point Banshee just got another kill. 2 more Ravager kills. Oh my god, is he gonna get a 3rd? 1 hit point this Banshee. Finally dies, but gets so much damage done. Special's gonna go reposition. This is gonna be a really tough spot for Denver to fight in. A couple of those tanks siege up down to this nice little nook here. Ooh, Hellion's roasting those locusts right away. Roaches and Ravagers getting killed by the tanks. Denver's down 40 supply. He's gonna try to hold on for now, but it's looking very rough. He has no locusts to shoot out here. Just those 2. The remaining Roaches and Ravagers are gonna try to clean this up, but there is too much mech here. Special continuing to push forward. And the GG good luck comes out of Denver. Special takes the series 2-0.